Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a complete guide on how to play Thorne. In this video, I'll be covering all the basic abilities of Thorne and also I'll be giving you guys some advanced tips on how to play him. If you find this video helpful, make sure to support me by hitting the like and subscribe button. Now with no further ado, let's get right into the video. Have you guys ever wondered why Thorne is always using flashy boots as his shoe rather than war boots or gilded greaves? That is because of his passive. Every 1% of cooldown reduction that you build on Thorne will be converted into 4 attack damage. So in this case, we have a cooldown reduction of 15% and our normal attack damage is at 488. So now let's add Aegis also to the build to bring another 20% cooldown reduction, and then let's check our attack damage. So we have added Aegis and see our attack damage is at 568 now. Thorne's first ability is probably the most complicated of his abilities. I'll try my best to explain it as clearly as I can. So Thorne's first ability can be used in 3 phases and I'll explain it to you guys one by one. Below his HP bar you can see a white line and that indicates the energy that he has. This plays a very important role when you're using the first ability. So basically what Thorne's first ability does is that it enhances his auto attacks. So if you tap on your first ability, there will be a pink, yellow and blue button which you can choose from and each have their own properties. So what the pink bullet does is that it enhances your auto attacks to deal magic damage equal to the percentage of the target's maximum HP. And what the yellow bullet does is that it will allow you to slow down your enemies whenever you use an auto attack on them. And what the blue bullet does is that it gives area damage to all your auto attacks. So now I have selected the pink bullet, and as you can see below my HP bar there is a pink color dash. So there are 2 more slots available and I can choose 2 more bullets if I want, and it's always a maximum of 3. So now let's talk about how much your auto attack gets enhanced if you equip only one magic bullet. So like I've said before, the pink bullet allows you to deal magic damage equal to the percentage of the opponent's maximum HP. So if you have one pink color bullet equipped, you will deal 2% of the opponent's maximum HP as magic damage to them. Now let's move on to the yellow bullet, and like I've told you guys before, the yellow bullet can be used to slow down the movement speed of the opponent. So if you have only one yellow bullet equipped, you will be slowing them down by 30% for 0.5 seconds every time you shoot them. And finally the blue bullet, and this bullet can be used to deal AoE damage, and as you can see the bullet goes and hits Malok and then it explodes in a huge area. So all the opponents in the area will be taking damage. Another very important thing that you should note is that you don't lose any energy when you're using only one bullet. So if you want to check the energy of Thorne, you can find it below the HP bar. There will be a white color line. So now let's talk about what happens if you use 2 bullets. So if you are using 2 pink color bullets, you will be dealing 3% of magic damage from the opponent's maximum HP. But as you can see, each of your auto attacks consume some of your energy, and when your energy reaches 0, you will no longer be dealing enhanced auto attacks and your first ability will also go into cooldown. Similarly, using 2 yellow bullets instead of 1 will enhance your slowdown even more. So if you have 2 bullets, you will be slowing down the opponent by 45% for 0.75 seconds for each of your normal attacks. And again, if you are using 2 blue bullets, your auto attacks will deal damage in an even huge area. I've shown you 3 examples of using these double enhanced bullets. I've shown you 2 pink, 2 yellow and 2 blue, but you can always mix these bullets. So for example, if you use 1 pink and 1 yellow, you will be dealing magic damage equal to 2% of the maximum HP of the enemy, and you will also be slowing them down by 30%. So like I've told you guys before, the pink one deals magic damage and the yellow one deals slowdown, right? So if you have one from both, you will be having both of the qualities. So now let's talk about what happens if you use 3 enhanced bullets. So first of all, you will be losing a lot of energy, so you will only be able to shoot 5 times if you have 3 bullets. So you have to keep that in mind. If you are using 3 bullets, you will be losing energy a lot faster. Also, when you run out of energy, your first ability will be going into cooldown and it will have a cooldown of 8 seconds. Now coming back to what these pink bullets do, if you have 3 pink bullets, you will be dealing damage equal to 4% of the target's maximum HP. And if you have 3 yellow bullets, you will be slowing down the opponents by 60% for 1 second for every normal attack that you hit. So as you can see here, Malok is very slow, so each of your auto attacks slows their movement speed down by 60%. Now if you have 3 blue color bullets, you will be dealing damage in a very huge area. So here is a very clear image for your reference on how much each of the bullets do. So you can use this as your reference when you are using different combos. So if you are using 1 pink, 1 yellow and 1 blue, you will be dealing 2% magic damage and 30% slowdown and in an area of 3 meters. And if you use 2 pink and 1 blue, you will be dealing 3% magic damage in an area of 3 meters. So use this image as a reference and form your combos. So that should be everything about first ability. So if you know these details, you should be able to do a lot more effective combos depending upon the team fight and the enemy composition or things like that. You should be able to adapt to different styles. So this ability allows Thorne to be very versatile. So Thorne's second ability is basically a dash, but it can also be used to restore your energy whenever your energy reaches 0. After dashing forward, Thorne's next auto attack also gets enhanced and it has higher range than the rest of his auto attacks. Also, it will have a special buff for the magic bullets that you have equipped with your first ability. So the first auto attack that you do after you make the dash is very important. So if you use your ability when you have like some energy left, it will not restore any energy, but it will only be used as a dash. But when you have 0 energy, it will work as a dash and it will also bring back the 3 bullets that you used previously before you ran out of energy. So this is what the enhanced bullet does after you do the dash. So if you have pink color, you will be dealing true damage for that first attack instead of magic damage that you usually do. And if you have yellow, you will be stunning the target. And if you have blue, you will be dealing twice the damage for that first auto attack alone. So as you can see, we have 3 pink, and after the dash, if I do an attack, see it's indicated in white color, meaning that it's true damage. 630 true damage for that first attack alone. And after that, it's just magic damage. Now if we have yellow bullets, see, it will stun Malok. So every time you do an auto attack after the dash, it will stun the enemy. And finally, having 3 blue bullets allows you to deal double the damage. And again, here also, just like the first ability, you can have different combos. Like you can have pink and blue, so that you will be dealing true damage in a huge area. So it's up to you on how you are going to use the enhanced attack that you get after doing the second ability dash. Thorne charges for a little while and then deals damage in a huge rectangle. Enemies who get hit in the middle take double the damage, and enemies who get hit on the sides take the normal damage, and this ability can be used like a snipe. So this ability is probably the least complicated of all Thorne's abilities, and that's about everything about this ability. Just like every other marksman in the game, Thorne also deals a lot of damage only in the late game after he gets a lot of items. But in the late game, he deals even more damage than the other marksmen because his first ability can be used to enhance his auto attacks, making him deal more damage. The blue magic bullets from his first ability also allows him to deal area damage, which makes him very good when it comes to big team fights. So if you haven't watched my top 10 marksman video, we have ranked Thorne as the best marksman in the game because of his versatility in dealing magic damage, area damage and also slowdowns, and his very powerful ultimate which allows him to deal a lot of damage in a huge area, and he also has a very reliable dash with which he can go through walls and escape the enemies. Thorne's yellow bullets can be used to completely shut down Superman, because if you have 3 bullets, you will be slowing down Superman by 60%. So if you just have these 3 yellow bullets and if you start shooting him, he will not be able to fly at all. And one more very important thing about this yellow bullet is that you can either stun one enemy with it, or you can combine it with blue color, and then you will be able to stun a group of enemy. So this will allow him to go 1v1 against assassins and other marksmen or mages. So you can just dash towards them, surprise them. You will have a longer range for the first bullet, stun them with that bullet, and then do 3 or 4 attacks and the enemy will die in the late game. So this is why Thorne is very powerful. And also, since his second ability gets reset by half of the cooldown every time he gets a kill, he will be able to keep fighting, dealing a lot of damage in the late game. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you all found this video entertaining and helpful, and if you did, make sure to support me by hitting the like and subscribe button. I hope you all have a very great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.